Hello, 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 and happy Tuesday evening. Happy Tuesday evening. It's a bit of a strange layout, this window. It's a bit of a strange stream of sorts. It's happening. I've got a chat window just down there, so you guys can follow along at your leisure or watch it back later. There's Retro Game Dave. Sorry, mate, I'm choking again. Fucking idiot. Right, so what is this stream? This stream is me just having a chat with you guys because I think it's needed. You and me and you and I, we need to have a chat. We need to sit down and have a little chat. As you can see from the window just there, I've got a Google search open. This has been hitting the news a hell of a lot recently. This is the news, the gaming media. This is a chat, just a frank chat with you for about an hour. I've got an hour to kill. I thought I'd have a chat rather than play a little game and get frustrated and swear at you. Thought we'd have a chat. So Stitchy's in, Retro Gamer Dave's in, Anna's in, George is in, Tom is in. And I do really want your opinions because I've got some opinions, both good and bad, about this topic here. This is loot boxes in video games, and I really do want to hear your opinions. And I'm just trying a new format of streaming because I don't really need to plan too much. I read a lot of game journalism and partake in a lot of gaming as part of my job, my day job, and my evening work coming home. And I mean, just even in front of me, I've got books on bloody gaming. I'm surrounded by bloody gaming. So gaming is my life, and a big part of what's going on in gaming this year. This year is to flame anything to do with loot boxes. So I thought I'd have a little chat with that. So hello Emprix, nice of you to join me. So this window just here, I keep on pointing the wrong way, but that window just there, because I'm looking at a screen over there, so I have to point there. It's really weird. It's just a Google search. The Google search in question, you can play along if you want. Just open up Google and type in list of games with loot boxes. Couldn't find one, but I just brought up this window here. And as you can see, loot box Wikipedia is the top entry. But then there's a 7-hour-old Rolling Stones article. How loot boxes led to never-ending games. Oh, that's a positive spin on things. George is in. He's got his spanner. And always paying players. Right. And here's a bit more of that article here. Mass Effect 3 was a turning point for microtransactions in big-budget games. We've heard recently about things like there's been a lot of discussion about Dead Space, for example, because obviously the studio has been shut down by EA. EA, some people believe to be an all-consuming monster who buys up small great studios and devours them after sucking their lifeblood from them via microtransactions. And Dead Space 3 is thought to be the poorest in the franchise because of said microtransactions. And more games are having these microtransactions, and a social commentator by the name of Jim Sterling, whose opinions I tend to respect. I don't always respect them, but I tend to respect a lot of them. He's been making a real song and dance lately about loot boxes, and he went so far as to blame the current spate of loot boxing video games and microtransactional craziness shenanigans on a particular game by the name of Overwatch. Now, I have my opinions on Overwatch, and hopefully I will remember to come back to that at some point when I loop around and open that box of mystery. So Mark says, Mark is in. Hello, Mark. Mark says, ooh, talkie. Yes. So just browsing down this first page of Google, we can see Eurogamer did a, are loot boxes gambling? There's a debate we should have here. And directly underneath, the reputable online source, Paste Magazine, never heard of them. Loot box systems are not gambling, says ESRB, the rating system for video games. Then PC Gamer, best and worst loot boxes in PC gaming. So that's just weighing things up. The games industry has a loot box fetish, and it's harming the way we talk to our loved ones. I don't know. That's from October the 10th on Games Radar. And then Debatoid, Don't know who Debitoid are. Are loot boxes a blight on gaming? Page 2, more fun. Extreme Tech. Most gamers hate buying loot box, so why are games using them? Because people actually might say they hate them, potentially, but they are buying them. Then we go down to, look, Overwatch Wikia, loot boxes. China will force games with loot boxes to disclose odds. That's a good little idea. What do you think of that, guys? Do you think they should? Should they? They possibly should. Then we get Battle.net again, more Overwatch stuff, loot box credit lists. Metro, that is the UK free paper that you get when you commute to work. They have said loot boxes are ruining gaming, and only you can stop them. You can actually stop them, or you can have a direct impact on them, which has become evident only within the last few hours. And I'm going to discuss that because that is something very exciting that's happened, a new development. Tom says most games are wank these days anyway. Loot boxes just make them wankier. Wankier being a term that Tom has coined for this discussion. Sorry, I'm just going to have a little sip. Reddit, don't buy the loot boxes on Green Man Gaming. We've done a lot of these Green Man Gaming box openings, and I think every single time we've opened the mystery boxes of games, we've always said how shite they are. Thank you, George. George, bang on it. Oh, right, it was a beg. It was a beg. There's a gamble he took, and he lost. He lost that gamble. The Verge. China's new law forces Dota, League of Legends and other games probably to disclose the odds. Looting boxes Steam gifts on Green Man Gaming, steamgifts.com. So yeah, we've got a whole variety of different bits and pieces. So, what Emprick said. Chaos, welcome. I want you guys to get involved. First of all, tell me, do you actively purchase loot boxes? That is the first question. Now, I have been guilty of purchasing loot boxes in the past. Only ever in one game have I purchased roughly, I'd say, £10 worth of loot boxes. That was a loot box that didn't work out for him, says Emprix. Yes, I am guilty of purchasing about £10 worth of loot boxes early last year. And suffice to say, Jim Sterling was right on this one. It was on Overwatch, okay? Loot boxes have been around since before Overwatch, but Jim Sterling's point is because of the mass appeal of Overwatch, it's only cosmetic. You can argue that all day long. The mass appeal brought loot boxes to the mass consumers and the consensus of everyone. I spent about a tenner when it first came out to get those all important. Oh my god, I need those skins. It's just skins. I wanted rare skins that I hadn't seen on other players. So yes, I was guilty of that. Have I bought any since? No, I haven't. That's just why. No, I would like to purchase one though. Any you recommend? It kind of depends on the games you want to are playing. Really, I could recommend you go and buy Overwatch loot boxes, but you might not have Overwatch, so that'd be crazy. So far, I don't think I've played a game with loot boxes. Well, there's one thing. I mean, there's more and more likelihood that you will be playing a game with loot boxes in, because I mean, they're even backstacking them into older games at the moment. I'm quite resistant to microtransactions, says Emprix. So am I. Now, my colleague at my job, my gaming industry job, he is for them. Big on them. And he is actually a FIFA player. I think he's in the top division. He's extremely bloody good at FIFA. However, he self-admittedly spends hundreds of pounds on foot points. Is that what they're called, foot points? He spends hundreds on that FIFA Ultimate Team thing. And he says that, you know, this is how the companies make their money. And look, if no one bought them, if people were that disgusted by them, they wouldn't be a thing. But clearly people are not that disgusted by them. That is why they are the monster they are today. And there we go. So Emprix has been playing it a lot recently. What's that? Oh, Sonic. Just playing Sonic. Foot equals a waste of effing money, says Agent Mr. TC. Hello, Agent Mr. TC. Thank you very much. So foot is a waste of money. Now, I don't play FIFA. A lot of you do play FIFA. Do tell me, do foot points or foot pack openings or whatnot, do they contribute to the betterment of your team? I do not know. If they do, are you not just paying to win? I did also hear rumours, remember again, I can't verify this because I don't play FIFA, that the odds on getting Ronaldo in a FIFA pack opening is about 1,000,000 to 1. Let me know. He is apparently the best player in the game. It's kind of like a guaranteed goal every time you shoot. So therefore, if you get him in a pack, have you automatically got a better chance of winning? If so, that is pay to win. Am I right? Am I wrong? Let me know. George says EA have been using this loot box-esque method on FIFA, etc. for years, and FIFA points are costly. I bought some myself, says George. They can do, but can go very poorly and be a complete waste of time. Interesting. I'm very glad I didn't get into FIFA, in all honesty. Now, the main crux of this issue, the reason pay to win sucks. Hello, Steve. Steve says Spoils Gaming. Yes, pay to win does suck. It definitely does. These free-to-play games, that's another part of this topic. Whenever I see the term free-to-play, I think, is it really free-to-play, or is it pay to play with any sort of advantage? So that being a pay-to-win game. Should that be listed as a pay-to-win game if it's actually free-to-play? I don't know. Retro Gamer Dave says, I can't recall paying for anything extra, hence why I prefer retro games. At least when a game was made, it was done. No patches, DLC, paid in-game content, just a finished product, be it good or bad. Belby's in. Hello, Belby. The current model sucks, but is anyone surprised that these companies want to earn more money? They aren't running a charity. Another great point I'd like to get onto. Hello, Ian. Should be free to install. There is a term I like, Tom. Tom winning on the terminology this evening with wankier and free to install. Free to install. I like it, Tom. That's 2 thumbs ups for Tom there. Tom winning this debate, clearly. Free to install. I'm going to start calling them free to install. That I like. So, I'm going to have to get a pen and paper soon. I've got so many ideas bubbling around my head. Now then, were times better when there wasn't DLC, etc.? I don't know. You see, take for example the game I've probably loved the most this year, which is Horizon Zero Dawn. They just released DLC, quite a big portion. That shouldn't have been in the game originally. It's a whole nother branch. The game as it was when it came out was a complete game. It was a standalone, fantastic single player game. They've just released this Frozen Wilds. I believe it's a huge, long campaign. That kind of DLC I can get down with all day long. I love it. I do love it. Gemma, hello. Hey, just put this on the Discord for you. Sorry, yes, thank you very, very much for banging this in the Discord. Sorry, we do have our own Discord where a lot of the users in this chat room are chilling out at the moment and sharing pictures of their gaming collections and discussing their streams, their own streams, advertising their streams. If you want to join the Discord, do so. One of our lovely mods will kindly paste the Discord there because I'm a useless host. I prefer 80s and 90s and early 2000s games, says Agent Mr. TC. As do I. Look at that N64 book there. That is the best book in gaming right there. Best book. I've got various things all around me. DLC, now there's another topic. Yes, maybe I'll save that. This is mainly about microtransactions and loot boxes, so let's save that. Right, I have no objection to DLC if it's to enhance the game, says Steve. Yes, the whole DLC topic does need another video, I think, because you have DLC whereby people feel that that part of the game should originally have been in the game and it was cut out just to make some extra money. That's another whole rabbit hole we can go down at some point. Belby says EA is indirectly going to be responsible for solving this. Some PvP IP will come along subverting all of the issues that EA has created, and it will become the model moving forward. Right, so we've gone directly to EA right now. Now, my camera's gone wonky. I'm going to discuss with you right now something that has happened in the last few hours from as a direct result of EA that's going to potentially change this whole thing going forward. Potentially. Mark says he's never bought a loot box in his life. Probably should. Probably should, says Mark. Really isn't need, to be honest, Mark. Yes. So, what am I talking about? What am I talking about? Right. Let me get rid of this and show you this. Do you like that transition? That was good, wasn't it? Look at I'm pointing the wrong way. Look at this. EA cuts Star Wars Battlefront 2 hero cost after widespread anger. Right. So we all know that Star Wars Battlefront 2 is out today if you bought the Super Premium Deluxe Golden Shiny Edition or something 3 days early. If you buy the Standard Edition, it's out in like 3 days time, so you don't get to play today. However, there was a big furore, is that a word? There was a big bit of beef online originally because it was stacked. This game was absolutely chock full of loot boxes, and some people said it's a kind of pay to win scheme because in those loot boxes you could pack things to unlock the secret characters, the big magical characters being Darth Vader and Luke Skywalker. However, normally or you'd get coins in those loot boxes, etc, etc, and then you could unlock them faster, all powerful, etc. Now, what happened to make EA cut the price? Well, let me give you a bit of let me just try and find this bloody window first. There it is. Okay, so Star Wars Battle, this is from Kotaku, by the way, my go-to source of gaming news, one of about 6 sites. Star Wars Battlefront 2's heroes were a little expensive to unlock. Responding to widespread criticism, a new blog post from EA outlines a major reduction in cost for unlocking heroes. Now, do remember, the game has just gone live, just today. Right. So, Agent Mr. TC, sorry, I've got to mute this. You guys can't hear this because I've muted everything. What has happened? I'll read through this and then I'll show you what has happened. One of the major appeals of Star Wars Battlefront 2 is the chance to partake in massive battles from the films and play as iconic characters such as Luke and Darth Vader. This weekend, in the open beta, the 10-hour free trial, players broke down the numbers, and it would take to play as some of those heroes. Some estimates placed the process at 40 hours. Okay, so that is how much I work in my day job, just doing that, grinding 7.5 hours a day, 8 hours a day, sorry, 8 hours a day for 5 days just to unlock one character. Right? So players were so disappointed that a reply from EA outlining the decision is now the most downvoted post in the site's history. I think that's on Reddit. I don't think it actually states that there. A new blog post now states that the price of heroes will be reduced by 75%, allowing players to run around as their favourite characters much sooner. So what happens is, I think you play it and you earn these drops and you get coins and shit like that. Oh, there we go. 40 hours for Darth Vader, or $240. So there you go. So that's what I was looking for, Belby. $240 in these in-game loot coin things, whatever it is. Now, yes, it's a big deal. It's a big deal. George says, I don't see a problem with that. I like seeing something I can work towards and keeps the game fresh in the long run. 40 hours was a good thing in my opinion. Well, okay, that is quite interesting. Let's carry on reading. It's a big change. It's one that we can make quickly. The post said it will be live today with an update that's getting loaded into the game. Characters like Luke used to cost 60,000 in-game credits to unlock, but will now cost 10,000 instead. Well, if you're that desperate for a character and you want these in-game credits, if you can get these credits from loot boxes, are you not going to be tempted to buy more to progress quickly? Because you know what the majority of gamers are like. They want that exclusive item. They want that exclusive character. They want the most bucks as quickly as possible. How do you do that? You pay. You pay with mummy and daddy's credit card or your own, and you get into trouble. The change comes alongside additional criticism that the game's loot box progression system allows players to pay for in-game advantages. Okay. Players asked that EA alter the deal that they've done, and they've done just that. Maybe we can get a playable Jar Jar Binks too, said no one ever. Right, so Tom says 40 hours is far too much. 10 maybe, but 40 is just silly. No one has the time to put that amount of time into a single game to get their money's worth. Fair enough, George, says Steve, but that shouldn't. But they shouldn't charge real money to unlock early. Okay, so that's that. Now, I want to show you why this has been affected as of today, launch day. Don't just think EA kind of listened to people, in my opinion. Don't think they just listened to people and went, there's a little buzz happening. They've been affected directly. How have they been affected directly? Well, just there, as you can see, the pop-up on the screen, my transitional skills are so good. That is directly from Metacritic, okay? This is, where is my window? I've lost my window. Here it is. This is Metacritic, okay? Look at that. You've got two mouses on screen. Two mouses. I don't know. So, critic reviews, 23%. People say critics get bought, whatever. Doesn't matter. They don't represent the general people. It's just one person's opinion. However, look at this. 1,000. Do not, by the way, do not think that this is a reflection on the PS4 version of the game. This is the only version that is out now that users can review. Okay, so that's the only reason. There's no user reviews on Xbox, none on PC. This is the only one. These 1,026 users that you can see here, they probably don't own the game. Okay, they just had access to be able to leave an opinion. So 1,026 users left a very, very low score. As such, this game has now just been completely slanderized on Metacritic, which is one of the probably the biggest aggregate critic scoring website on the entire internet. EA have had to stand up and take note. This is a great example of user power, if you will. This is users taking back control of their game, telling developers, don't do this. This is just craziness, mate. We will not stand for this shit. So to come back to your chat, let's see what you're saying. Belby says it's pretty sad if you're spending real world dollars to poor noobs, but a lot of people are weak-willed, unfortunately. George says 10 hours and people will have it by the day after release. 40 hours keeps everyone working and rewards those who stick at it, but agree that real money isn't worth it for a single character. Just think there's two of these characters that I know of. There's Darth Vader and Luke Skywalker. That's 80 hours to get two characters. Icon74, welcome. He says 40 hours grinding for one character and nothing else is ridiculous. Tom says, yes, but there's more than one character to unlock. Exactly what I just said. At least then you have a few things to work towards to keep you busy. And then Tom says, mouse the... I don't even know what that means. Agent Mr. TC says, won't investors leave EA too after all this BS? Probably not. Their sales figures. Their sales figures alone. I think, what did I see in the press? Was it FIFA 18 smashed the FIFA 17 records in like 2 days or something? I don't even know. Belby says, I read that 70,000 users have gotten refunds for pre-orders. Right, Tom, just before this I had a chat with Tom. Tom said EA have actually taken the refunds button off their website. Tom says, does the article mention the fact that EA also reduced the in-game credit rewards? No, it doesn't. Asbo, welcome, mate, welcome. Hi guys, have you seen how they dropped the credits earned by 75% along with the actual cost of the characters? Yes, we have just discussed that. That is the article just there. At Tom, just what I said. Well, not exactly. Tom says, I'm very weak-willed, but also very tight. It's a hard life. George says, I grind 40 hours on FIFA just to get one player. Moustopodes was a reference to our plural of octopus chat the other day. Yeah, we were having a chat about octopus and octopi and what is the plural of octopus. And I play Call of Duty with Tom quite a lot, and we have some ridiculous conversations about things like the plural of octopus. FIFA Ultimate Team alone made £800 million last year. You see, this is why game developers will not cease and desist when it comes to DLC. If they did, potentially they'd be putting people's jobs at risk. They would be laying off staff, etc. Think about that. These are keeping people employed. All right, they are keeping your franchises alive. All right, you don't have to partake in purchasing this DLC, these loot boxes, etc. But they are actually keeping people in work and producing more and more content. Discuss. All games with loot boxes and microtransactions should be free to play by law, says Asbo. Now then, there's a discussion for you. So thinking on that topic, you've got Overwatch, which was a premium price game, and then you can buy loot boxes or you can grind them. However, what was the free one? The free one, which is basically an exact clone. It's a free-to-play game. It plays exactly the same. It's got all the same characters, basically. That model, I quite like that. I managed to play a lot of that game without buying a single loot box, and that was all free, and that was quite exciting. And state the odds of each, like China. China, Asbo, do have to declare odds of loot boxes. Hello, Sneaky. Sneaky Johnson's in. Sneaky might have a word or two to say about this shenanigans. We haven't actually mentioned Call of Duty in this. Now, a lot of social commentators have been discussing recently I've just noticed my chat box is all over the gaff. Let me just fix that. A lot of social commentators recently have been discussing, let me shrink that down there so it fits in the box properly. There you go, look, it fits in the box now. Have been discussing Call of Duty's new system for opening loot boxes in front of other players, okay, in the social lounge. Okay, the lounge doesn't work at the moment because the servers are dead and they've had to go to a PvP model, but people have been outraged. Oh my god, you can see what other people are opening, what they're getting in their loot boxes. That makes me want to get loot boxes so bad, and they've been going crazy. However, there is a caveat here. Why have you gone so crazy? You can't buy those loot boxes yet. Okay, you earn those loot boxes. Okay, Activision have made you earn those loot boxes by doing daily challenges, etc., etc. Please do correct me if I'm wrong. I have definitely not seen. Maybe it's something they're going to implement, but they are all free. You just work your way. You just grind it. I don't know. Is there a way to buy loot boxes in Call of Duty World War II? I don't know. Let me know. Paladins, that's the one, Sneaky. Well done, mate, for paying attention. Not Battleborn, mate. Battleborn is a £3 game now. I've actually got it there. It's so cheap that I can't even sell it on now. They'd actually charge to take it off my hands. Odds on loot boxes is a superb idea. It is. It would stop a lot of this complaining. Odds on loot boxes, great idea, right? So Asbo says at Icon74 Battleborn, that's why I play Fortnite and not PlayerUnknown Battleground, because of the boxes. I need to get back into Fortnite. I actually just I've got it on my PC, but I installed it, the free-to-play version, on my Xbox just the other day, so expect to see a stream from me within the next few days. Need for Speed Payback has loot boxes, cards as well. Surprise, surprise, another EA game. That game got a 6.5 out of 10. Shall we look it up? Shall we just let's change the windows a bit? Let's go to new releases. Let's go. Can you guys still see this window? Yep. Cat Quest. There's a game. Go and get Cat Quest, everyone. Oh, there's an advert for Star Wars. Let's go to Xbox One, and we're gonna open up. Look at this, Wolfenstein. I need to buy that game because it's meant to be incredible. So I can't find it. Let's find it in the search. I hate the search bar of this. Need for Speed. Need for Speed. Payback. Oh, I actually wrote Sped. There we go. 66. It's getting terrible reviews. It is getting terrible reviews. Look at that. It's a loot box heavy game. It's getting terrible reviews. Is that because... Thank you very much for your subscription, Dan. Is that because the lead director of the series actually jumped ship and went on to make the Project Cars franchise? Who knows? Who knows? I haven't played Need for Speed Payback. I be a little bit interested in it because, you know, I love my racing games, but I don't know. If it's chock full of loot boxes, then maybe not. So, opening loot boxes in front of each other, says Emprix. What's the point in that? Envy and jealousy and making you want to go and get loot boxes. Steve says Frontier have to pay for content, right? You pay for ship paint jobs, different colour weapons and different colour engines, nothing that gives you an advantage. Hello Crazy Pirate Monkey. They have some point. People stream CSGO shitbox openings and have affiliate links to T Martin's sick ass gambling sites. Isn't Battleborn going free to play? They've been talking about it forever, yes. I'm no longer buying anything made touched by EA, Activision, Take-Two devs and developed and published. Haven't even bought in 2017 because of all this, says Asbo. Oh man, that is quite serious. Take-Two have actually come out and said it is the future. If you look, and this is quite interesting, I'm going to come back to your chat in a minute, just talking about Take-Two. Look at the Rockstar Games releases of the last 10 years. I think they had at least one, if not two, new releases every single year. You had like Red Dead, you had LA Noire, you had GTA year after year after year, etc. Until the current GTA. Then all their releases, their new releases, stopped. Why? Because current GTA introduced microtransactions. They've just been sitting pretty ever since. No new games, no new IP, nothing. They don't need to anymore because everyone is partaking in this. It's keeping them afloat. There you go. Discuss that. Crazy Pirate Monkey says, anyone mind clearing up what all this loot box stuff is? Is that like Advanced Warfare supply drop? Exactly that, mate. Yeah, pay to win, loot boxes opening up, paying some money, paying money to progress a bit faster, potentially, etc., etc., etc. Pretty much pay to win, and you advertise to other players in Call of Duty and Battlefront 2. There you go. Sneaky says, my whole opinion on loot boxes is, if it's only cosmetic, skins, etc., then it's okay. Anything that advances the game or encourages an advantage is terrible. George says, played the first race on Need for Speed Payback and uninstalled the game. Tom says, it's wank. Tom referring back to his favourite word once more. Asbo says, at Sneaky, that's how it all started though. Jim Sterling said it would get worse, and it did. Jim Sterling is the main antagonist of the loot box. It's very, very worth going to watch his insight into loot boxes. Very interesting. It does feel like a stuck record at times, but he does make valid point after valid point after valid point. Right, let's have a look. Tom says, you can tell because it has Need for Speed in the title. Oh, what? It's wank. You can tell because it has Need for Speed in the title. Bring back Burnout, I say. Bring back Burnout. I want a new Burnout. I want a Midnight Club as well. Come on, guys. Drop Need for Speed. Bring in Burnout. Bring in Midnight Club. We'll all be a bit happier. Right, Icon74 says, just wait until Red Dead Redemption 2 comes out and is loaded with loot boxes, microtransactions, etc. because that's what Take-Two want now. Exactly. Expect plenty of microtransactions in Red Dead. You'll probably have to buy your own horse with real cash monies. And Crazy Pirate Monkey says, I don't touch loot box pay to win stuff, sucks the joy out of everything. George says, only want Red Dead 2 for single player anyway. Red Dead 2 single player will have loot boxes, cards, microtransactions guaranteed, says Icon. Tom's Randomness, hello, long time no see. There it is. Hello Tom, how you doing, mate? I hope you are well. George says, how does single player integrate loot boxes? Possibly better weapons, or who knows. It will be introduced into single player. We will see. It will happen. Steve says Burnout was awesome. Yes, it was. George says Midnight Club would make my year, and me. Midnight Club 3 dub edition. Oh my god, so good. I can still hear the music, that boot up music in my head. So good. Old Burnout devs are supposedly working on a car game. That is good information. That is good information, Tom. Ask Warner Brothers, George, because they know how to do it. Warner Brothers, there's another bunch who like to fill games with microtransactions. Asbo says, look at the Steam library. GTA single player is the DLC. Remember when all Rockstar game was to make GTA better, but not now. Yes, exactly. Belby says if AAA titles have proven to make money with loot boxes, nothing will change to benefit those who don't like loot boxes. Exactly. No one wants to make less money. Sneaky says Jim Sterling talks so much sense. He actually does. He really does. He goes off on a massive tangent, and I think occasionally his reviews are a little bit shady. He basically said Mario was the greatest fucking thing since sliced bread. I don't think it was, but that's my opinion. That's an opinion I have. But there you go. Asbo says, I remember when Sam and Dan Houser said GTA would be like real life in the future. Not now. It went more cartoony after GTA 4. I guess it will never happen now. We will see. If there's more backlash, like the user reviews we saw of Battlefront 2 1.1, us guys, us users, we can affect change with the developers. All you got to do is keep on shit bombing places like Metacritic, and they have to listen. Shadow of War has already done loot boxes. Yes, Shadow of War got very badly hounded by the gaming social press, the likes of Jim Sterling, who keeps on showing an orc that you have to purchase. Take Two said that another Midnight Club won't happen as the market isn't good enough for racing games. Well, you know, that's because people are too busy playing shitty racing in GTA, not to realise how good racing games are. You're talking to the #1 Racing Boy fan in the world. Hello Luke, how are you, dear boy? All of us here should start our own company. No pay to win titles. I can invest $45. I'll match your $45. There we go. We've got $90. George says, don't think loot boxes would annoy me so much if the cost of the base game was cheaper, e.g. $25.30. There's another great example of a good argument for this case. So we should have cheaper base games and we should have odds displayed for odds of winning the premium skins or whatever it is. So £25 entry price, then charge what you like for loot boxes but state the odds up front. How does that sound, guys? $80 for standard AAA titles in Canada now. That is insane. I don't know what the exchange rate is. That works out at what, £2.50 and a horse? I don't know. That's 2 horse references so far. For every smart consumer, there'll be 10 times as many morons, parents buying kiddies games for Christmas, etc. though, says Tom, which is a valid point. I'm alright, just eating trifle, says Luke. Good man. I play a game called ROTMG. As if I haven't mentioned it enough. Yes, Crazy Pirate Monkey plays that and tells us about it on our Discord channel, which you guys should go and jump on. It's a bit of a pay to win, but even then I've still progressed to the same standard as some who would pay to win. Perfect. Right, so we've kind of skirted around loot boxes, etc. We've had some good 47 quid. Yeah, that's about the same price here. We've kind of gone around. Let's have a look at other games that don't have pay to win. Cuphead, for example, just an example. I'm just going to open this up. Hang on a second, why am I on King Win now? An absolute beast of a site that makes you gamble to win games. Fucking hell. There's a bit of irony for you. Let's have a look at the Cuphead review. So that's got no loot boxes, etc. Little indie game. Cuphead. I'm just going to bring this up. Cuphead, Xbox One, 87. Let's go open a PC game now. So I've done one PS4, one Xbox, and one PC. Look at that score. Look at that score. 85%. Those of you who watched my stream the other day, will have it's archived on this channel. My Cuphead stream. I actually launched my Xbox controller across the room in Fury and snapped the back off it. Such a great game. Smashed it. Okay, there you go. Not a pay to win. No one's complaining about it. There are a couple of negative reviews. That's what I wanted to do. I wanted to just show you the Battlefront reviews. I wanted to show you these user reviews, these angry, the angry user reviews that realise themselves with this 1.2. So let's just catch up on chat again. The best Steam cart is on my last Twitter tweet. Best Steam cart? What's the Steam cart? Oh, Steam cart. You talking about purchasing items on Steam? I will browse that. I might have a little on my next chat. If you guys are liking this format of stream, I might have a little Twitter feed going. Monster Hunter World will not be doing loot boxes. Fuck yes, says Crazy Pirate Monkey. Now that's a feature in new games. We won't have loot boxes. Yes, everyone's like that. Yes. Oh, you actually raged, did you? Yes, Luke, I actually raged. Belby says, let anyone pay to win, but give them a skin that marks them, a giant scarlet letter on their chest. Shame them. Shame. Shame. That's a great idea. They should be made to wear a hat in-game that says, I paid to be here. Cuphead can't afford to do loot boxes due to everyone needing to buy a second controller to finish the game. Cuphead dev said Cuphead is apparently guaranteed to return. That's good. It's a super great platformer. It's just perfect, really. Basically, majority of recent so-called AAA games have loot boxes, etc. So you can kind of see where video gaming is going now, says Icon. Yes, you can. Asbo says the cart has Cuphead and Hellblade inside it, $39.98. Worth it as they're cheap and complete games. Yes, they are two examples of little games that don't have any of this bullshit attached that people are raving about. Absolutely raving about. Jamie went full Hulk. I did. I went mental. I went mental. Oh, and I love this format, says Asbo. Well, it's easy for me. I'm enjoying it. I can. I'd like some topics thrown at me. This is just the first. This is an experiment. But I'm enjoying it. I am enjoying it. It's nice. Nearly forgot about my brew. Don't forget about your brew. I just finished. Fuck, no, I didn't. I just poured the rest out all over my hand. Yeah, it's nice. So let's read these user reviews. If you guys can see, you might have to full screen this. But let's see what Mizza says. Random items in loot boxes crates should not dictate the progress I make in my game. My performance is what should dictate the process I make in the game. What incentives are there to get better? Good point, Mizza. Anyone can just grind for credits. Okay. R. Hoxwens, that's a great name. Great but short campaign and nice graphics, but progression affected by the pay-to-win microtransactions. The multiplayer is just broken, and loot box systems horrible. Bad experience with this game. Here we go from Dr. Scholes. Stop fucking EA. I think he's missed a comma or an exclamation mark early on. Stop fucking EA, or just stop fucking EA. Anyone here fucked EA before? Stop pay. Camera. Get a little sideways action. Just kicked my cable. Right, stop fucking EA, everyone. Stop pay to wins. Pay to wins must get only bad marks. It's protest against such nasty commerce in video games. We must show to markets that we do not like such false. Otherwise, star up. That's the most coherent review I've ever read, ever. Nearly forgot about my brew. You find it more ragey than Ghouls and Ghosts? Yes, I do, Luke. George says, TGS stream and footy on. I'm very happy. Good man, George. I'll grind in games rather than grinding for digits in my bank account. Do you know any good game devs? I've got a good idea for an open world game with real expansion packs, real ones. Remember them? Yes, I do. I don't personally. I know small, tiny indie devs who probably couldn't do open world games, I'm afraid. EA tried to fuck me a few times, says Luke. Emprick says, but I want to keep fucking EA, the bastards. Sideways action for when she's not in the mood. You don't fuck EA, EA fucks you. Hashtag, you don't fuck EA, EA fucks you. There you go. We should all just, can we respond to that guy's review? We should all say, you don't fuck EA, EA fucks you. Stop fucking EA, people. You're doing it wrong. Star Wars Battlefront 2 2017 cost $60, has pay-to-win loot boxes, broken multiplayer. Star Wars Battlefront 2 2005 cost $10, does not have pay-to-win loot boxes, working multiplayer. Choice should be obvious at this point. Nexel131 says, this review contains spoilers, click to expand. EA RIP. Doubtful, bruv. Being hopeful there. Don't buy this game. And then some Russian. That's good spoilers right there. There you go. Wow. So remember, this isn't a reflection on PS4 at all. This is just the only. This is the only one that was available at time for users to review. Rumours of a new Planescape game. That was a good game. I don't know what Planescape is. A boycott on Star Wars will never be effective. Normie consumers rule the world. Lowest common denominator will inherit the world. Sheesh, EA, no means no. Cameron, welcome. Right. Been chatting for nearly an hour on loot boxes and DLC and the state of gaming at the moment. We've all got an opinion on this at the moment. It's a crazy new world. It's a crazy new gaming world. As I said, I am guilty of purchasing loot boxes myself. It was only £10 worth. I just wanted to see if I could get that all important soundbite for Reinhardt, but I didn't get it in the end, so I just ground for it until I was bored of the game, and then I realised what a pathetic loser I was. Ian Lowe says the definition of a game is a competitive activity or sport undertaken according to a system of rules. Pay to win is essentially cheating, in my view. Woo! Ooh, I like that. Asbo says, when there's 3 mouse cursors on my screen, including mine. Sorry, let me just confuse things a bit more. Oh my god, so many mice, mouses, moose, octopi. Steve says it's a shame the campaign on Battlefront 2 is enjoyable, but multiplayer is wank. Everything's getting called wank tonight. This is the Wank Shed. Welcome. Leave your pants at the door. How long does EA have the rights to Star Wars games for? Disney can't be happy about all the negative press. No, they really won't be. And Disney is an all-empowered company who can do what the hell they like, effectively. Very interesting. Very interesting. If you go home with a game and they have loot boxes, don't fuck them. John Waters, probably. With the way gaming is heading at the moment, says Emprix, it's hardly surprising that people are starting to look backwards with older generation games. Ah, yes. Do you think, guys, Nintendo will ever try the loot box mechanic? Or something similar. Now, we've got the Switch. My Switch is over there. I can't be asked to stand up. You've got some big IP on the Switch. What do you say? Will they allow it? Will they allow it? Who knows? Disney truly is the devil, says Stitchy Games. Luke says Mickey Mouse will fuck EA. Mickey Mouse could fuck EA. He has the power to fuck EA, I think. Steve says, I'll have to look into it, George. What's George saying? How long does EA have the rights to Star Wars for? I believe they only have BF2, not Star Wars rights. Splatoon 3 will be pay to win as fuck, says Tom. George says, either way, Disney can't be happy. And Nintendo have done DLC with certain games like Zelda, etc. Yes, they've done DLC, but loot boxes and that whole scheme. I didn't actually buy the DLC for Zelda Breath of the Wild. That's got more to do with the fact that I didn't think it was season pass worthy. I enjoyed it to a certain extent. I just didn't think it was earth-shattering, earth-shaking, earth-moving, something like that. Do any of the Japanese firms do pay to win? Which Japanese firms? I don't know what you mean, any of the Japanese firms. Explain yourself, dear boy. Explain yourself. Does anyone... Oh, loot boxes on Mario Kart 9. 100%. You heard it here first. Sorry. Stand corrected, George. They do own the exclusive rights to Star Wars video games. Oh, shit. There you go. You heard it here first. You heard it here first. God help us. Game developers, says Ian. Oh, Japanese game developers. I don't know enough about enough Japanese game developers. One I can think of is Polyphony. Polyphony, obviously being an arm of PlayStation. I can't really talk about that because I'm not allowed to, as you know, because of my contract. But I can tell you for 100% that GT is definitely not pay to win. It's definitely not pay to win. That is fully skill based. Here he is. Tom's turned up with his punning. Breath of the Wild, he says, you could say it wasn't breathtaking. Good man, good man. I'm wondering if it's Western business strategy. Potentially, I don't know. I don't know. There's one guy on this stream who could tell us because he speaks Japanese, and that is the wonderful Emprix. Emprix, can you jump onto IGN /.jp /DLC shenanigans. I don't know. So, talking of IGN, and this is a sidestep and a topic for another whole day, but have you seen a lot of the IGN staff walked off site yesterday? Oh yes they did. Oh yes they did. And it's kind of similar to the Weinstein saga. A boss at IGN had, or 2 female employees had reported a boss for inappropriate sexualized conduct, and HR and whatnot apparently didn't take it too seriously, or so I've read. I might be paraphrasing incorrectly, I don't know, but it wasn't handled in a suitable manner, so a lot of the IGN staff walked off site, and as such they couldn't publish certain articles today and yesterday, and it's all kicked off a big fuss. Basically, the long and short of it is that now the internet believes that IGN are rapists or something to that extent. With Humble, oh, there's another topic. There's another topic for another day. Humble being bought out. Jeez. One of these types of streams a week, please, Jamie, if possible, of course. I'd love to. I've just got to think of a topic. Namco have done microtransactions with the now defunct Tekken Revolution. That's why EA shut down Visceral Games, because they didn't want that Star Wars game that they were working on being single-player experience. They wanted it to be more of a game service to monetize it. IGN Stein scandal. Screen Junkies got sexually harassed. 10 out of 10. That's the average IGN user review. I stopped using Humble after the IGN thing because because it's a conflict of interest, and they covered it up for over a month. Really, the acquisition took place a month before the transaction was announced, or words to those effect. Wow, yeah, I kind of stopped using Humble as well. I don't know about it. It's all a bit dodgy. Too much cum, 6 out of 10. Only time I encounter IGN is on the Snapchat story while I'm on the porcelain crown. Porcelain throne, not the crown. You don't want to sit on a crown, George. That would be spiky, mate. Wait, what happened with Humble? Humble was bought out, mate. Humble was bought out. Throne, not crown. What am I on about? There we go. He's corrected himself. Don't sit on a crown, man. Too painful. Why have I got adverts for Playmobil out of interest? That's some targeted advertising right there. There we go. That's better. That's better. Yeah, crazy time in gaming. It's a crazy time in gaming. Loads of people discussing loads of shit. Loads of crazy shit going on. You've got sexual stuff going on. You've got this DLC sagas. You've got acquisitions. You've got who's speaking? Emprix. Yes, Humble was bought by IGN, but apparently they're going to be completely transparent about the whole thing, and it's fine. I think it was IGN. Hang on. Yeah, let's bring this up on screen so you can see. Where's this? Where's my window that you guys can see? It's this one. Is it this one? No. Hang on. Here we go. It's this one. So, Humble buyout. Humble bundle buy out. You might not be able to see this. It'll blow you away. Oh yeah, you can't see this. Yeah, essentially, sorry, you can only see half a screen here because I'm a dickhead. But it was bought out by IGN. There you go. Look, you can see some of this. Let me zoom out. There you go. IGN acquires Humble Bundle, and this is from Polygon. I like Polygon. Humble Bundle, the charity supporting digital distribution service and game publisher, has been acquired by the gaming and entertainment outlet IGN. Companies announced today. Yeah, so you've got a reviewer purchasing a digital distribution, and now developer. I think, are they digital distribution and developer now? Was Humble Bundle the devs of Cuphead? Let me just see. Or sole distributor? I don't know. Who cares? Anyway, that's the news, as it were. There you go. You can sort of see. Can you sort of see that? No, you can't really. I don't really know what I'm doing. I don't really know what I'm doing. But there you go. There's an article for you. Let's have a quick catch up on the chat. I've somehow scrolled right up. Why am I not surprised, says Emprix. Can't spell ignorance without IGN, says Tom. By the way, EA made history with getting the most downvoted post on Reddit. Yes, they did indeed. I discussed that at the very beginning of this stream, Mr. Luke. They deserve it. Wankers, says Emprix. There you go. I'm going to wrap this up. It's been a really fun stream, actually. It's only an hour long, but if you guys like the format, it's been popular. The chat has been absolutely rumbling. So I will archive this. We can have a new playlist, and I shall try to aim to do at least one of these a week if you guys are enjoying it. And we shall get a topic. Yeah, bye. We shall try to get a topic every week. If you guys want to give me a topic to talk about, jump on our Discord, okay? Jump on our Discord. I don't know how to share the Discord. Let me try and share the Discord. Where's the general room? Sorry, I'm on the Discord now. I don't know how to. I'm a bit shit, really. How do you get the fucking invite people to the game shared? Copy. Is it this? Paste. There you go. There you go, bumholes. It's in the chat log. So go and have a little discord.gg/u. That's a small u. You can click on it and go and join it. You do have to make an introduction in the introduction room before you can start posting, and we've got some very militant moderators in there. So just try and post in the correct rooms and we'll all get along. But do suggest some topics in the TGS live streaming room that I can discuss with you guys. I would love to. I've had a lot of fun. This was good. You're a good moderator. Thanks for this. I've really enjoyed it. New top stream Hopper. Let's pull Hopper out. There's a pop, a Hopper pop. That's a pop of me. There you go. Eating a donut and drinking a tea. Obviously, I don't wear this much beige though. So much beige. Yeah, he's got shorter hair than me as well. Much shorter hair. So we shall call this Let's Talk Gaming. And every week that thing you can see on the top right hand corner, that will change. The window layout will change a little bit. I'll have different windows and different news articles and stuff, and just talk to you about it. Stream Turtles in Time. That's a good idea. But not in this section. No. I saw one of those dolls in a charity shop the other day. What, the Hopper one? Beige on beige on beige. Right, guys, thank you so much. Do remember to hit the thumbs up button. You can watch this back another time. Go and join our Discord. And until next time, thanks for watching. I will see you later. Goodbye.